Good morning, students. Now let's start with our economics chapter 1, the story of village Palampur. In our last class, we have discussed green revolution, the advantage and disadvantage of green revolution, and then we have discussed land distribution in village Palampur. Today we have seen there were small farmer, medium farmer and large farmers were there in village Palampur. Today we will discuss how they manage capital for their farming, how they fulfill their need of capital. That means how they fulfill the need of money for their farming. As you know, there were three types of farmers. Small farmers. Most small farmers have to borrow money to arrange for capital. They borrow from large farmers or the village money lenders or the traders who supply various inputs for cultivation. The rate of interest on such loan is very high and they are put to great distress to repay the loan. That means the small farmers, they grow very less amount of crop just to fulfill their day-to-day needs. They can't sell them in the market, so they can't earn money for their next cropping season, and so for the next year crop they have to borrow from money lenders, and for that they have to pay high rate of interest, and sometimes they trapped in debt trap. They fail to repay the loans. In contrast to the small farmers, the medium and large farmers have their own savings from farming. They are thus able to arrange for the capital needed. They produce large amount of grains, and so they manage to sell in the market, nearby market, and earn income. So we have seen small farmers have to borrow money from money lenders and traders with a high rate of interest, and loan repayment was very difficult for them. But for large and medium farmers, they use saved money for their next season of cropping. They lend money to small farmers and buy cattle, tractor, or set up shops to enhance their fixed capital or to generate physical capital. Now we will discuss sale of surplus produce. How they manage to sell their surplus produce and where they sell their produce. Large farmers who have produced surplus wheat, they retain a part of wheat for the family's consumption and sell the surplus wheat. Small farmers have little surplus wheat because their total production is small, and from this a substantial share is kept for their own family needs. So it is the medium and large farmer who supply wheat to the market. Only medium and large farmer supply their wheat to the market. Large farmers have surplus of 350 quintals of wheat from all his hand. Now, what does large farmer do with his earnings? Large farmer put their most of the money in his bank account. Later, he used the savings for lending to farmers like Savita. He also used the saving to arrange for working capital for farming in the next session.